Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
How are you doing today?
Good morning, sir.
How's everyone doing today?
We're doing good.
Sir.
Very well, sir. We're very well, sir.
Doing good.
We're very well, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You are very fine, sir.
Now, first things first, my assignment. How was it?
Trust.
God no go shame us. So,
It was challenging.
Photoshop show me Pepe. Jesus.
I never feel like doing, but I sure say I fit do. I know say I fit do.
It was challenging, no.
Challenging in what way, please?
Yeah. For me, my system crashed while I was trying to get everything set up. But like I dropped in the group, in the TG group, that no matter what it would take, I would just have to go and buy a new system for me to. I brought out my desktop to upgrade it to Windows 10, but even the Windows 10 didn't want to enter my desktop. But today I'll be going now to get a new system for myself, just for me to show respect for my facilitator and also the organizers of the program. So I will do my own within the week, maybe today when I get my system. Thank you.
Your pocket respect.
Any other person, any other issues that we had? Was it difficult or?
Sir, for beginners like us, it was very difficult. It was very difficult.
Why?
Because
what part of it was difficult?
For example, the color stuff. For example, when you're using Canva, you bring in a color and you put gradients easily. You can blend the whole thing to change the background. But on Photoshop, maybe because I don't know how to do every. When I put in gradient overshadow background, everything scatter my face. I have to close everything, open it again. Then some other things. But eventually,
what gradient are you trying to use? First of all, is it all those gradients that you use in Canva?
Yes, those types. That one will be brighter, the other will be darker.
So hold on first. First thing first, you need to understand that those gradients in Canva are ready made, right? You didn't create them yourself. So they are already ready made. So they are easier to use, right? Just imagine if they were not in Canva. You have the same issue. They are ready made, that's why it is easy to use there than in Photoshop, because Photoshop is not ready made. So you have to find a way to put it in. Doesn't that make sense? So that's it. So it is not actually an issue because you've not learned how to do it yet. I don't know if you understand me.
No, I understand you, sir. I understand you. Loud and clear.
Okay, good.
Hello, Mr. Toby.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Toby.
Yes, please.
Okay, I think majorly the challenge I had was when it comes to the hand that was actually holding the card. Because I actually went through some other designs and I found out that some persons were actually just placing the card behind their hand. Like if you could zoom in, like look it properly, well, it's actually not placed properly. And I think I tried using YouTube to see if I could get a proper way on how they went about it. But I think it's a little bit on the complicated side, so I had to just step aside on that one.
I had that challenge too.
Then I think
Wait, hold
the
on.
other one. Okay.
If I understand you, your hand was on top of the card instead of the card being on top of the hand.
Hello, sir. The hand was actually supposed to hold the card, like in between the hand.
Okay, I get you now.
Okay,
so We'll sort that out first this morning. We'll sort that out.
Okay, then I think secondly, it has to do with the color gradient when it comes to fonts like text. But however, I was able to do that because I had to use, I had to go to what's it called, YouTube, and I just checked out a little tutorial, and that was how I was able to conquer that one. It wasn't actually hard, it was just easy, but my mind wasn't going there, including the shadow effects too. So I was able to just maneuver those ones.
Yes, I'm with you. Good morning.
Challenge you is just an understatement. Although it wanted to give me, it wanted to be hard, but I just have to manipulate that hand, just remove the background once and for all, without doing any stress. That was how I did it.
I was going to say that to remove the background of the previous design, and the hand and the card is there for you to take. Even had the phone.
Okay. So I want us to understand one thing first of all. The reason why our assignments seem harder than what we already know is because we want you to encounter challenges that we then use to learn. Because if we are only giving you assignments based on what you have learned, trust me, you will not learn anything. I don't know if that makes sense. So it is important that your assignment is harder than what you learn. That way, you are moving ahead of what you already know. Like as you can see now. Another way I always go around it anytime I have a very difficult assignment is to go on Google or YouTube to find ways to solve that problem. For example, the young man that said he needed to make gradient on his text and was able to go to YouTube to do that. Now, here's the thing. We have never taught us gradient yet. There's a reason why I wanted us to be challenged by it. So that first of all, I know some of us will be able to go around online and check how it is done. Second of all, I also want it to be difficult so that because if your assignment is easier than what you already know, you become too comfortable, right? So we need to always push ourselves. So at the end of the day, a lot of people were able to do it. I was actually very impressed. So I will just show some of the ones that we've taught us that could actually help with us fixing that card and all of that. So, but aside that, I was impressed by what I saw. Even though some people had issues with it, I know some people's on their card, their hand was on top of the card because they didn't know what to do. That's fine. That's also fine. At least if you did the assignment and you submitted, I even like that person a lot because I mean you cannot come and kill yourself. You should did it and you did your best, right? Doesn't mean you should not do the assignment because not know how this one is to be done or something like that. So we really tried. So which other issues did you have? I hope everyone can hear me, please.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I
Which other,
yes, Toby.
which other issues?
Mr. Toby, good morning. I was able to do the 2 assignments, but then when I wanted to try the third one, when I tried importing an image, like it covered the whole layer. Instead of it to just cover the fraction or something, but then it overcame the whole layer.
But you're supposed to reduce it now by yourself.
It wasn't even giving me that option. The first 2 gave me. I did the first 2, but I don't know, maybe because I pressed something in the settings. I don't understand. Like it wasn't
Maybe
even
you press.
in your layer panel, that school back part, it wasn't even listing out the things I was doing. It was as if everything was compared to a layer.
Oh, you press something.
Yes, I'm thinking so. I don't know. Should I uninstall and install again?
You put like removing things a lot. Oh.
See, I tried that reset, that in that essential part, that Windows part, that reset.
No. So that's not what. So the issue with what you did was, let me give an example of what you did, right?
All right.
You wanted to prepare noodles, yes? And you have already cut your carrots, you have already cut your spring onion, you have already cut your pepper and all of those things. But then you now need to go and put your pot full of water and you pour everything inside.
Yeah.
It has already entered. Do you understand? It has already started boiling. So now all you need to do is to remove the water. Right? You don't have to now pour the whole thing away. That's what you are trying to. You don't want to now pour the whole thing away because there's too much water inside. Money will now waste. Effort to now waste. Haba. All you did was you squeezed everything together into one. That is why you could no longer edit it. So it's like you turned all your work into a single picture. That's what you did.
Okay.
Right? So I'll suggest you probably don't press something like, and you could have easily just done Control Z. Immediately you noticed it.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it. I've not uninstalled it yet. I said I was going to wait and ask for your opinion on what you feel I should do.
Okay, no wala, no wala. I understand that thing. It has happened to me quite a couple of times before. Yes?
So please, how do I go about it?
Yeah, we'll show you, don't worry.
All right, thank you.
Oh, no. So you have already spotted that design. You might need to do it again. There's no going back because you are supposed to have pressed Ctrl Z. Immediately you made that mistake.
No, like I did the first two fine. Then when I switched off my system and switched it on to do the third one, that's when I realized that thing was happening. So I couldn't do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, so that third one, you will probably have to do it again. Do you understand me? You don't have to uninstall Photoshop.
Yeah, I actually don't mind because what I did is nothing actually. So I really have to do it again.
No problem.
All right. And I'll remind you along the line.
All right.
Sir,
Person.
yes, sir. There was something you asked us to do. You said if Photoshop is like scattered, we're meant to press something to reset it. I have forgotten the what you asked us to do.
Okay, so what I said was you should go to window, go to workspace, look up on your computer, go to window, workspace, then reset essentials.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, be that as it may, most of you really tried with the assignment. So what I'm going to simply do is, so unfortunately for you, what we're supposed to do today, I've already done most of it last week also. So I will go through how to fix one of the assignments quickly. Then I will have a question and answer section on those parts that you are not able to do. So I'm going to try and help you fix all those places that we're not able to do. Let me see which other parts must have been difficult. But the other parts of the pictures, fading the pictures, hope we all Hello.
We can hear you, sir.
Hope we all got the part where we're supposed to fade in the pictures into a background.
For me, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Mr. Toby.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No,
sir. Yes, sir.
While I was designing yesterday, the issue I had on Photoshop was the blending part. So what I did was go into Canva and do the blending. I came back to Photoshop.
No, I didn't get you, sorry.
I said some of the challenges I had on Photoshop while doing the assignment yesterday was the blending part. So what I did was go to Canva, do the blending, then I saved the picture and came back to Photoshop to complete the design. Is it normal that you do that? Like to shovel between two applications?
Sorry, you have defeated the purpose of last week's class. I don't understand what you mean by you were not able to blend the picture. Were you not in class last week?
No, not blending actually, like added gradients to some fonts and all.
Okay,
like there's this specific design that you added. gradients.
I need that one. I've not thought of that one. I've not thought of that one. There's a reason why that one was placed there for us.
Okay.
And quite frankly, it's okay. So can you hear me now? Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can. Oh, yes, I can.
Yes, you can see it. No, I can see it.
Okay, please. Just give me 1 second, please. Hello, guys. Sorry, the office I was in was becoming noisy, so I have to change offices. Sorry. So sorry. Yes. So I'm back now. Can you hear me, please?
Very well. Very, very well.
Fantastic. So hope you can all see my Photoshop screen.
Yes, we can. Yes, I can.
Fantastic. So I'm going to go through. I'm just going to go through one of the designs for us, just to easily show us how to do the whole some of those difficult parts, which are from the questions I got, the and the card, then the gradient on the yes free.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Sorry, excuse me, sir. Hello?
Okay, yes.
Voice, no voice.
Yeah.
Please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So remember I told us one important rule. Please don't ever forget. One important rule when I design is this. I don't design first. I get all the things I need before I design. What do I mean? So all the things I need in my design, I first of all download them, right? That way you don't waste time doing your design. So I'm going to do the first design. The first thing I need is an ATM card. So I'm going to search for an ATM card picture PNG. So ATM card PNG. I hope that's what we all search for too. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is that what we all search for too?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir. No, sir. Me, I just went to Shutterstock and said hand holding ATM card.
Same here. The same thing I did, but I couldn't see. The ones I see couldn't work with.
There are a lot.
They didn't even work.
Okay, that's also fine. There's no one way to. There's no one way to solve a problem, right? There's no one way to solve a problem. Always remember that. So the first thing I would do is to download the image of the card. So I'm just gonna download it. I hope you can all see my screen.
Yes, we can.
I'm not doing Photoshop here too. I hope you all know how to get images online. I've taught us that one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So we are not new to what I'm doing right now, Abi.
Not at all, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Glad. Huh? I said I'm glad we're all on the same page. I'm glad we're all on the same page. So I'll just download the image and download the hand, then download the background itself. Okay. Yeah. Generator is backup. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. You should download sharp. So please always make sure you download everything you need first. Download everything you need first. It is important. So another option is this. You can download the images one by one, or you go to Shutterstock to look for an image that best, if there's an image that best speaks to the situation of what you want, you can also do that also, like the other lady said. So that's also a possibility. So I went to Shutterstock and I want to search for and holding ATM card. And holding ATM card. And holding ATM card. Okay. Okay. So I'm sure I've taught us how to download from Shutterstock, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So if any of these images speak to whatever it is you want to do, for example, one of the images here, this first one, can you see it already does what we want? This one also. So those are one of the few ones that can. So let's just say we want to use let us use hello. How can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Why this thing is not downloading? Okay, so I guess I'll just use Shutterstock for now. I'll just use Shutterstock for now, just to get the class started first. I'll just use the Shutterstock one. quickly use the Shutterstock. So I'm just going to download the Shutterstock image, sharp. So yes, I know I will have caused some confusion with one of the questions. Who can guess the name of the background behind that card, like the name of the picture? Can we all guess that that picture is like a real light something? Who can guess the name of that particular kind of picture? Who can guess it for me, please? Hello.
Sir, we need to see the picture.
The assignment you did now, the assignment you did, the one that has a good card on it. Who can guess the name of the picture at the back? That blue picture, that blue background. You know it's a blue background.
Yeah.
I actually use blue background with light rays. That was what I used, and I was able
The
to
actual
get.
name is Sunburst.
So yes, the actual name for that picture is sunburst or let me be sure again. Because hey, another thing I want to tell us in that in design, some kind of images that we use, they have their own industry nickname. I don't know if you understand. They have their own industry nickname, right? So some of these pictures that you see as a background, they are very, very popular, right? So it is called a sunburst. Can we all see it now? I purposely picked that design to be able to explain this to us in class. It is called a sunburst. It's called a sunburst. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes.
Good. So sometimes
Yes, sir.
it's not as if there's a list of all these picture names somewhere. No. Over time, when you start designing, you start realizing these pictures have their own nickname. Is that clear? Alright. So I'm going to download. I don't want to use a blue sunburst. I want to use yellow just to switch things up. I want to use yellow just to switch things up. So I'm going to download that one too. So after I download that background, the only thing that is left is to download an iPhone X picture. I need to download an iPhone X picture. Hope everyone is full. Hope we are not strange to what I'm doing.
No, sir.
Because please, nobody should say it is strange, please. Like I said, before you design, download all the things you need. If you are trying to advertise a car, download everything involving that car. Download everything you need first. Then you then start designing. Don't go to Photoshop and go and be deceiving yourself. Please. It is not good. That's why people end up making mistakes. Right? Don't go to Photoshop claiming Jesus Christ. It is not good. Just download all the resources you need first. If you want to cook soup in your house, you first go to the market before you then open your pot. You don't open your pot, boil water, then go back to the market to go and buy pepper, right?
Right.
Okay, so I've downloaded the Starburst. So what do I need next? iPhone X PNG. I'm taking us through the process. If I was the one that was going to do it, if I was the one supposed to do it, what do I do? That's what I'm doing. So iPhone X. This is one of it. Download it. Use. This one is transparent. Okay, so I will download the iPhone X. Right, then the next thing I will do, I'm sure we all know there's a screenshot at the back of the phone, right? In the phone.
Yes.
So I'll just go on to an app on my phone, any bank app, and take a screenshot and send it to my laptop. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a screenshot from one of my bank apps and send it to my phone. Like I said, you have to make it as realistic as possible. You have to make it as realistic as possible. So I'm just going to do that. I'm taking a screenshot from my phone now. I want to send it to my laptop so that we can get going ASAP. Good. So now that everything's set, I've downloaded everything I need. The first thing I need to do is put my background into Photoshop first. Foundation, put my background into Photoshop first. Start from the bottom, put your into your Photoshop first. That's the first thing. You don't start from putting the phone first. Can we all see the notification? I've sent the picture to my laptop, the screenshot that will be inside the iPhone X. Can we all see it? Very good. So put your background in your Photoshop first. Can we all see it? Hello? Can we all see it?
Yes, you can.
Can you see
Yes, we
that
can.
this
Barely,
one?
sir.
Can you see that in this particular instance now, we are using a picture as our background. We are not using a color. We are using a picture totally, right? Do you all agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are.
Okay, good. Then
Yes, first.
I made one mistake. I'm supposed to download the Google Play and Google Play Store icon. So Google Play and App Store icons. Like I said, always make sure you download everything you need before you start a design. You don't, this is a mistake I made now. I forgot, it was an oversight. So I apologize for
Also,
that.
the bank logo, sir.
Oh, now you can see the back and forth now. Can you see the confusion that it is causing? So I need to download everything I need before I go because I'm trying to rush because we're in class. But once you are able to get all the resources you need before you go on to your design, it makes your design fast, right? You don't have to worry about anything. So I will download this. I'm going to download. And I'm going to download. I want to use UBA today. UBA logo. PG. I want to use UBA. Is that clear? Like I said, it's an assignment, so I don't want to use exactly what the lecturer gave us. That is possible if you want. If you don't want to use what I gave it to you and use something else, just make sure you get the assignment correctly. I'm getting this. Any questions so far?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, please start.
You talked about sunburst. I'm still trying to see how you got that background called sunburst. Why did you choose the background? You said something that every company has their something. I don't know. I didn't hear you well.
No. So in the advertising space, in the design space, every kind of picture has its own nickname. Any picture that looks like this that has ray of light, it is called a sunburst. You look at my search now, you see that that's what I searched for. It is called a sunburst. So pictures that have ray of light inside it that looks like this is called a sunburst. So I'll show you examples. Can you see all of them? It is a category of pictures. It is called sunburst. It's like saying skinny jeans. It's like saying crop top. It's like saying palm slippers. Like saying Italian shoe. It is a category of pictures. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
All right. Thank you. That's a good question.
Hello, Mr. Mike. Mr. Toby, I also have a question. Okay, my question
Please,
is
go ahead.
how do we know the background name of various designs? You understand? From
Like I
what you
said,
told us.
the thing is that, like I already mentioned, not as if there's a book where you know them, right? Over time, the more you now explore designs, you go through backgrounds. Like for example, if you click on blue abstract background on uh, on Shutterstock, once you click on an image, there is a sunburst that is color blue. Shutterstock will now tell you that this particular image is a sunburst. I don't know if you get me. That's when you start knowing the categories of names. It's not as if there's a directory where you see them. After going through so many abstract backgrounds, you then start to realize their name. Same thing about carpenters. Do you know the terminologies in carpentry? Until you become a carpenter and now start actually knocking hammer on a wood before you start knowing them. So you start to explore them once you start getting stuff done in Photoshop and start downloading pictures. That's when you start realizing those names. Like for example, I didn't know what a sunburst was until a long time, right? It took a while before I knew what it was. So like I said, you discover these names as you move on in design. So I've downloaded the icons, I've downloaded the phone, I've downloaded everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the phone, which is the first thing. I'll put in the phone into Photoshop. Can we all see my screen? Hello. Can we all see what I've done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. The next thing I need to do is to put the screenshots inside the phone. I need to put the screenshot inside the phone. So now, can we all see that the screenshot is on top of the phone? Hello?
Yeah.
Can we all notice that the screenshot is on top of the phone? It is covering
Yes.
the phone. But
Yes,
it is
sir. Yes,
supposed to
sir.
be under the phone
Yes.
instead of on top, right? So what do I
Yes.
do? You go to your school bag section and you drag the picture under the phone. You drag it under it. Can we now see now that it is under the phone? Go to school bag section and drag the picture underneath the phone. Are we together on that?
Okay.
Make sure you rasterize, because if you don't rasterize, good. So make sure drag the picture in the school bag section. Just put it under it as if you are putting something under something, like as if you are putting your exercise book underneath your textbook, right? Then After you've rasterized, I'm going to use the marquee tool, the rectangular marquee tool, the one we use to delete stuff. I'm going to use it to draw a rectangle to remove the upper part of the screenshot that I don't want. I'm sure we all remember that the rectangular marquee tool is to remove things, yes or no?
Yes.
So I'm going to use it to remove. Can we all see this part? Can we all see this part?
You can see it.
I don't need it. So I'm going to draw the rectangle and delete. Are we all clear on that? Okay, good. Now, the screenshot I took is from an iPhone 7 and I have an iPhone X. So what do I need to do? I need to put a white background to fill up the remaining space, yes or no?
Yes.
I will just draw a white rectangle to fill up the space. I will just draw a white rectangle to fill up the remaining space. I will draw a white rectangle to fill up the remaining space. Now, can you see that my rectangle is on top of the phone?
Yes.
What do I do now?
You drag it under the thing.
I drag it under everything. Can you see it now? Does it look better now?
Of course, yeah.
Any questions to what I've done so far?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
There is a
fantastic.
question, sir.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Okay, I wanted to ask. Now you did this one. It's amazing. But I'm looking at a scenario whereby can't we actually drag in pictures and put in what's it called in a picture what's it called, a phone like this, just like we do on Canva, without going through all of these rigorous processes?
No. So that's the whole point of Photoshop. It's supposed to
Because the processes are confusing. You know.
Please let me point it out to us again. Canva is ready to go software. Everything is made easier for you so that you will not stress yourself too much, right? It's like saying a tailor will buy a machine that will help them sew trouser. I don't know if you get me. Like saying
Yes, sir.
you are driving a Tesla car. All you need to do is wear your clothes and enter the car. The car will be driving you where you are going to. That is what Canva is.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
Photoshop is a manual. Now, there are a lot of things you can do in Photoshop that Canva cannot let you do. Canva is only limited to whatever it is the system is allowed to do. To you, it might be rigorous, but to me, this is not rigorous at all. The work. Are we together? It's part of the work. That's
Yes, sir.
you pay money for it. People are supposed to pay you money for it. That's why we are learning. Exactly what it is.
Oga Tobi,
Yes,
sir.
sir. It's clear.
Oga
Sir,
Tobi.
I have a question, sir.
Oga Tobi.
Yes.
Oga
Hello,
Tobi,
sir.
sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Please, sir. Just start again from that background side.
So,
Hello, Oga
first
Hello,
of
Tobi.
all,
Mr. Toby. Hello, Mr. Toby.
sir. Hello, sir. Let me just tell
Yes.
us something. I've not done anything yet. All I did was I put the background into Photoshop. Have you put your own background first? Download the picture and put it inside first. You do that,
Hello.
sir.
Hello, Mr. Toby.
Yes, please. I'm not hearing it. I want to answer the other man. Just put the
Hello,
picture
sir.
first. After putting the picture, put your phone. After putting your phone, take a screenshot on your phone and put it inside your Photoshop and put it on top of your phone. Now, when you first put it in Photoshop, I told us that sometimes the picture can be on top of the phone like this. Hello. Whenever you put, like now, I've put in the background, I've put in the phone, then I've put in the screenshots from my phone. Now, the screenshot on my phone is directly on top of the phone, and I don't want it to be on top. I want it to be behind. All you just do is in your school bag section, click on your picture, and drag it underneath the phone. Can you see now that the phone is showing, sir? Now, seeing that the phone is showing, I will just reduce the size of the picture to fit inside the phone. Obviously, we cannot let this screenshot be bigger than the phone. That is all we have done, sir.
Mr. Toby. Hello, Mr. Toby. Yes, I want to ask. Since all of this thing you've actually put everything in place. Now, I am looking at the possibility of, if I am to move the phone, let's assume the position of the phone, it's actually not where I want it to be, and I want to move it. That means I'm going to still move everything too.
Yes. So I'm still going to get to that. So I'm still going to do just layer section today. Now, can we all agree that the phone and the screenshot have become one family? Yes or no?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
We cannot agree that the phone, the white background at the back, and the screenshot are one family. So what do I do? In your school bag section, select, you know the way we used to select film when you are sending film to your friend on your phone with shift and control and all those things. Do you remember when you are selecting film on your laptop?
Yes,
Hello.
But
That's
remember,
the same thing we are going to use. That's the same thing we are going to use here. You are going to click on the first, like the phone, press shift, hold on to shift, click on the screenshot, then hold on to shift, click on your rectangle. Now, can you see that three things are selected in my own school bag section? Look at my
yes.
school bag section. See that three
Yes,
things
sir.
are
Yes,
selected.
sir.
You need to make sure everything involving the phone is selected apart from the background. You can see that I did not select the background. Look at my school bag section because they are not in one family, right? Everything
Yes.
involving the screenshot and all that is the phone. So what do you do? After selecting everything, what do you do? Press Ctrl G, G for group. Ctrl G, just press Ctrl G. Now you have grouped everything. Can you see that it has entered one file? Hello.
Hi, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is amazing.
Okay. Now, with that now, the only comma with this is that if you want to move it everything at once, you first of all click on the folder and press Ctrl T. Click on the folder, press Ctrl T, then you can move it. Can you try it on your phone, on your laptop? Click on the folder, press Ctrl T, and move it. Ctrl T means to transform. Ctrl T means you are telling your laptop you want to do something to it. Try that, please. Group all the things involving the phone, right? Then press Ctrl T, then move it around. Tell me if it works.
It works.
Is it working? Is it working, please? Let me know so I can re-explain it. Select everything involving the phone. Don't touch the background. With shift, select everything in the school bag section and press Ctrl G. Ctrl G is to group. It will automatically turn it into a folder. Now, to move it around, you need to press Ctrl T. That will allow you to move it around at once as a one family. Can everyone try and get to this stage with me in the design? Even if you have done the design before, you can rearrange it based on what I've said and try and group everything involving the phone alone. I give us 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to do that, please. Don't ask any questions yet. Just try it first. Guys, is it working? Hello everyone, is it working?
Working on it. Too.
Hello, sir. For me, I'm actually taking down notes. I'll work on it later.
Sorry, I didn't get you properly. Please come again. I didn't get you
He
properly.
said he's
Please
like
come
me that
again.
is he said he's like me that is just taking down notes. I'll work on it later.
I'm lost. I don't understand that English. You will take note and work on it later.
Hello, sir. My phone is actually down. I'm taking down notes to work on it later, sir. Like my system is actually down.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. But for the others, please, is it working? Please let me know so I can continue. I've only done the phone, so I can continue to the rest.
Please continue, sir. It's working.
Okay,
Hello, sir.
fantastic. Yes, please.
Yeah, when I placed my own screenshot behind the phone, the image is not appearing like as it's like the phone is not transparent for the image to appear behind it. By the time I dragged the image of the screenshot down.
So, sir, that is because the image you downloaded is not a transparent phone. So you might need to download another one.
Okay, all right.
So moving on, the next thing in the design that I want to do is, let's say, okay, let me put in the logo first, the logo of the company. So I'm working on UBA. Use UBA bank. So I'm working on UBA bank. So I put my logo, right? Then the next thing I want to do is I want to put the Play Store and all those icons. I want to put them now. Please, everybody should pay attention real good in this point. I want to put the icons on the design. These icons, right? I hope you all have it.
Yes.
Okay. Now, from the assignment, can you see that they were not on top of each other? They were beside each other.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will strongly advise that everybody should write some of these shortcuts down that told us. Control G, what did I say it's for?
It groups.
For grouping, Control G is for grouping.
Control T, what did I say it's for? It's for when you want to move something. It's for when you want to edit something, when you want to move it, when you want to rotate something. You press Control T first. Then it will allow you to move, it will allow you to flip, it will allow you to do horizontal, it will allow you to rotate, and all of that. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Please write those shortcuts down so that when you are designing next time, they come to you faster. Now, can we see that this available on App Store? It is on top of each other, and we want it to be beside each other. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I need to separate the two of them. I need to separate the two of them. How do I do that? I'm going to duplicate this thing into two. I'm going to duplicate into 2. Who is going to ask me how do I duplicate?
You use lesson 2 and you copy there.
So
It's
Country J for duplicates.
Command J.
Good. Yes, so
Control J,
you
sir.
use Ctrl J to duplicate. Ctrl J is going to allow you to duplicate. But first of all, remember, rasterize your image. Rasterize your image, right? Then after doing that, press Ctrl J. Now, look at my school back section. Can you see that it has created a copy of it?
yes.
Good. Good. So I'm going to click on the rectangular marquee tool again. That stuff that we use to delete stuff in blending stuff. I'm going to click on it again. I will draw a rectangle to delete the first one. I will draw a rectangle to delete the first one. Now, I will just press delete. I will press delete. Then I will go to the second picture and draw that rectangle at the bottom to delete that one. So I'm deleting one from each one. Does that make sense to us?
Yes.
So that way I'm left with 1, 1. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yes,
Did
sir.
everybody get that? Did everybody get that?
No, sir.
Okay. Should I come again? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I will come again. Look, just be noticing my school bag section. Can you see that I've put in the icon here? Can you see it? Can you see it here? Hello. Good. So I've rasterized this picture. So I want to turn this picture into 2 so I can delete one icon from each of them. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Okay, good. So how do I duplicate? I duplicate with Ctrl J or Command J if you are using a Mac laptop. Ctrl J for Windows. Ctrl J, just press Ctrl J. Once you press Ctrl J, you will see that something has happened to your school bag section. Please check. Did something happen?
Yes, something happened. I noticed that there is a second listing on the school bag
Yeah.
section.
So that means these icons now, they've turned to 2 or they've turned to 4. Let me put it that way. So I need to delete one from each one. So I need to delete App Store from the first one, right? Just follow me. Can you all hear me? Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
I need to
Yes,
delete
I can.
App Store from it. I need to delete App Store. So I will use the rectangular marquee tool. That stuff that we use to delete things. I will first use it to delete App Store from the first one. Press delete. Then I will go to the second one in my school bag. Go to the second one. Draw a rectangle to delete Google Play from that one. Then I'll press deselect. And I will wash my hands. After washing my hand, you will notice that you have individual from one of them, like one by one, because I've deleted one from each one. Is that clear? So I'm left with single icons. So I can then put them beside each other. Can you all try that? Can you try it on your own? Or is there any question on it? Should I come back again?
Please come back.
Sorry, sir. Are you listening to me, or is there a network issue, or like I want to know what the issue is? Have you been able to put the icon first on your laptop, or you're writing it down?
I'm trying to put the icon first.
You are trying to put it, or you have put it. Which one?
Putting it.
Hello, Mr. Toby.
Yes, please.
So when I was doing my own assignment, I didn't do it like this. I created it from scratch. Like I just downloaded Google Play icon in PNG. Then I created a rectangle.
Yes,
So that
there's a
was
reason
what
why
I did.
there's a reason why I chose this particular picture, because there are sometimes you have a picture where you want to turn into two. And the man that is saying I should come back again, if you have not put the icon into Photoshop, none of what I'm saying is going to make sense because you have not put it in. All you need to do, the same way we have been putting pictures into Photoshop, drag it from your downloads and put it inside. That is all you have to do.
I've done that.
Good. Have you rasterized your picture now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you press Ctrl J to duplicate your picture, sir?
Okay, sir.
Has it turned into two, sir?
Yes, sir, it has.
Good. Now, we want to delete one icon from each of those pictures, just one alone, so that we can now have two, right? So, do you know the
Okay, sir.
rectangular marquee tool, sir? Rectangular marquee
Yes,
tool,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Use it to draw a rectangle over Google App Store, the first one, to delete it from the first one. Draw the
Okay,
rectangle
sir.
and press it. Have you deleted it? Don't worry, you just press delete. Believe that it has deleted. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Then in your school bag section, go to the second one and draw a rectangle at the bottom, like to delete the second one of that one.
Okay.
Good. Have you done that, sir?
No, sir,
Have
I'm
you
yet to do
deleted
it.
it?
You mean the other app store?
Yes. You duplicated it, so there are two.
Okay.
You are deleting the up section of one. You will need to go to the
Yes.
second one and delete the down section.
Okay, sir.
Good. Now, once you delete it, once
I've
you
deleted
delete
it, sir.
the first, then go to select and click on deselect. Go to
Select
select
mask.
and click on deselect. Go to select up, select
Okay. Okay.
up, select and press
Okay.
deselect. Second one.
Okay, sir.
After you press that, wash your hands.
Okay.
Now, try and move one of the icons. Is it moving on its own?
It's part of the reason that I deleted though. I deleted.
You're not supposed to delete the up section of everything. You're not supposed to delete everything. You're supposed to just delete half of half. Please try it again. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Has every other person got it? Has every other person gotten it? So,
Yes, sir.
go to the school bag section and select the two icons. Go to the school bag section, select the two app icons and group it. Select the two app icons, group it, then use Ctrl C to resize it and move it under the phone. Group it. I'm sure we all know how to group now. You all know how to group. Group it, then resize it from the four corners. Do you remember that rule? Control G to group, Control T to transform, and move it underneath the phone. Are we able to do that, or I should come back again?
We're able to do that.
Are we getting there? Hello? Are we getting there? please mute your mic. You know you're in a noisy place. Please mute your. Mr. Oluwatobi, Oluwadamisi, Akedi, and quite a whole lot of. Please, you need to mute yourself. You're in a noisy place. All right, good. So now, do we all have group 1 and group 2 on our design? Do we all have group 1 and group 2 on our design? Is that what we have? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I would want us to all rename the groups so that we know what we are looking for, because there's nothing like group 1 or group 2. You need to rename it. So right click on the group. Right click on the group. Hello, everybody. Okay, sorry, 1 second. No, don't right click on it. Double click on the group name. Can you see where they wrote group 2? Double click on it. Where they wrote group 1, double click on it. Where they wrote group 2, double click on it to give it another name. So we'll say app icons. Can we all try that? Double click on the name itself, the name of the group itself. Double click on it to say phone. I don't know if that makes sense. Are we getting it? Or I should come back? Hello, everybody.
Yes, sir. I've done it.
Yeah.
We are getting it.
Yes, I've done it. I've done it, sir.
Okay, good. Now, the logo itself that you have put, the logo of the brand, click on it and press Ctrl G again. The logo alone, click on it. I know it is not with anything, just click on it and turn down onto logo, right? So that means that we are turning our design into an office, right? We are folding everything. Does that make sense to us?
Yep.
So that
No,
we
I
don't
didn't
know
get that, please.
Okay,
The
good.
logo
I'm going
part.
to do it again. I said the logo itself. Can you see my own? Look at my school bag section. Just look at my school bag section. Can you see that I've selected the logo? Can you see it? Press Ctrl G on the logo alone. Group it. Just the logo alone. Still group it. Click on the group name and change it to logo. Right? That way, we are giving everything a category so that when we are looking for something, we don't look for what is not lost. Because at the end of the day, you are going to have plenty of things in your school bag section, and it is only wise to group them. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Good. Have we all grouped our logo?
Yes, we are.
Okay, good. Now, I want us to group our background again. Now, can you see that there are two backgrounds in your Photoshop? There's color white and there's picture you brought in, right?
Yes.
Can we all click on the padlock? There's a padlock on the color white one. Can you all click on it? Click on the padlock to remove the padlock. It will change to layer 0.
Yes.
Yeah, it has removed, sir. Yes, sir.
It has worked. Now select that color white and select your background, the picture that you put in, and group it and name it background. What we have done now, does it make sense to us, or I should come back?
It does.
Sir, please, the padlock part. I didn't get that part.
Just click on the padlock. It will turn the background from background to layer 0. Just click on the padlock.
Okay.
Together.
Got you, sir. Yes, sir.
Then I said select the color white and the picture that you brought in, shift, select them together so that I can group the two again. the same way you group for the phone, and name it background. Name it background. So that way you have folded everything in your design, folder by folder, and what they are. I don't know if what I'm doing is making sense to us. That way we are arranging our design so that we don't look for what is not lost. Now, let me point this to us. It's not by force to do this. So if your brain can carry it with everything scattered, there's no problem. But me, I don't like to scatter it, right? That is why I design like this. I don't know if that makes sense. You are giving everything a name from the bottom to the top so that you know where everything is. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Is everybody on the same page with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So the next thing I want to do is I want to write my headline. The headline on the design says, how about a debit card with your nickname on it? How? So I'm going to use my text tool. Do we all know what the text tool does?
Yes.
And we all know how to type, Abi?
Yep.
Yeah, please type in the headline first. Type in the headline. How about a debit card with your nickname on it? How about a credit card? How about a debit card with your name on it? So I'm going to type mine too. So please type your own. How about a debit card with your nickname on it? Then I'm going to increase the size of my font. I'm sure we all know how to do that. Hello, have we all typed it?
Yes, sir.
Have we all typed it now? Hello, everyone, have we all typed it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, I want us to all highlight our text. Everybody shall highlight their text. Now, we need to centralize the text. So look up, just like Microsoft Word. Can you see centralize there? Can you see centralize on the left of the color box? Can you see it? To centralize the image. Hello.
Yes, we can see it.
Have we all done it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, so we need to make the text color white. We need to make the text color white. I hope we all know how to make it color white. Do we all know how to change color of text?
By the grace of God,
Use a nice font too. Don't use unreadable font too. Please, we are going to fight too. Use a nice font. Have we all changed our text to color white?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, good. Now, the next thing we are going to do, now we are already moving away from, okay, first of all, before I continue, does anybody have questions with whatever we have done so far? Or I should continue?
Continue, sir.
Okay. So now, okay, now,
Sorry, sir.
I need to
Sir,
ask.
Sir.
Yes, please.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes,
please,
I'm
I
with
have a
you.
question.
Okay,
Sir,
go
you
ahead.
taught us elements of design,
Yes.
and it is contrast. So this color white and this background. So I'm asking a question.
Okay.
Hello? So you
Yes.
taught us element design and you
Yes.
said most we should use a color that would match the background. Now sir, this white
Okay.
is not really like is it not somehow on the yellow background?
Okay. It doesn't follow what I thought you have. Okay. Yes. So I was about to answer that question before you asked it, right? So now there is an effect I want to teach us that will allow you to be able to put this color white the way it is and use it and it will still come out well, right? So now I'm about to start going into effects. That is where I wanted to ask, is anybody confused about what we have done so far before I then go to effects, right? So we are going to add a shadow to this text. We are going to add a shadow to this text. Now, that shadow is what is going to allow us to be able to use color white. Remember, in everything in life, there's always an exception, right? So it is that shadow that will allow us to be able to use this white now. That's what I want to teach us. So please, as you have changed it to color white, make sure your text is selected in your school bag section. And look at the bottom of your school bag section. There's a place called FX. Can you see it? There's a place called FX at the bottom of your school bag section. Can you look for it? FX. And we all see it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Aha. Click on that FX and look for the first one. Drop shadow is the first thing you will see. Drop shadow at the bottom there. Click on drop shadow. Click on drop shadow. Click on drop shadow. Any shadow appear underneath your text? Hello?
Sort of, yeah.
Did any shadow appear underneath your text?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what we now need to do is we need to customize the shadow in a way that the white, can you see that in my own, the white is already showing a little
Yeah,
bit?
it's bolder. It's bolder.
Can you see that the white is showing a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we need to customize it for it to show very well. That's just the last thing we need to do. We need to customize it for it to show very well, right? Um, we need to customize it to show very well. So the first thing you need to do is we need to give it a color. There's a color box inside the layer star. Can you see it? A color box. Click on it to set the color of our shadow. So make it color black.
Layer star.
You set that color to color black, right? Then the opacity. Carry the opacity to any percentage that you like. It is your preference. Remember, I told us that graphics is a function of the designer himself, right? Anyhow you want it. Okay, you know what we do? Can we all play with the drop shadow settings to whatever we like and go for our break time? Then when we come back, I'll
Sir,
ask us what. Yes, please.
sir, after
Yes.
when you want to customize a text to show very well, where will you click for you to take you to this layer style, please?
I said go to the bottom of your school bag section. You should see a section called FX. FX at the bottom of your school bag section. So
Click on drop
it.
shadow.
Yes.
I mean to choose this color.
Eh?
To choose the color.
Yes.
When
There's
you
a
click on
color
drop
box.
shadow.
The first thing you see is a color box. There's a color box there.
Sir.
Just look at my screen. I'm circling it right now.
Okay.
So I'm not going to tell us what to do. Between now and the end of break time, play with it. All the settings here. This drop shadow. Play with it and try and see what you understand from it. When we come back, I'll ask us questions about it. Then I'll tell us what we should do that will make sense. We agree on that.
Yes.
All right. So go for break and come back 11:15. Thank you very much. So that we can finish on the drop shadow, then add the picture of the card. Is that clear to everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Go for break.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, sir, I want to ask a question. The image of the phone, is there anything you did to it that made it to sit on the background? My network went off while you were explaining that. I don't know if you did anything to it.
To what?
The phone is looking like say the phone is looking as if it is sitting on the background.
Okay. So the image I downloaded, it just happened to have that. It happened to have a shadow, so it looks like it's sitting properly. So I was lucky. I've not done anything about that.
Okay.
I was lucky.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Please go for a break. Thank you. 11:15. Come back. Thank you.
Hello, Tomiwa.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Tomiwa.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, please. My network broke at the point where it said somebody asked a question. Okay, please. My network broke at the point where somebody asked a question that the white text on a white background.
Hello, please. Everyone is on break. Please make sure you go for your break. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello. You were asking something about the white text on the background. Are you still there? Hello.
Yes. Like, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm
Hello.
with
Can
you.
you hear me?
Yes, I was at the point where.
Okay. So what you do is that.
I'm listening.
Okay. When you put the white text, normally because of the way the background is, it has more of white. It's going to look like you, how will I put it now? It's going to look like it's not going to make sense. It's not going to stand out. Sure, you get.
Yeah,
Hello.
I get.
Yeah. So what you have
Yeah,
to
I'm
do
with
is
you.
like, okay. So what you have to do is more like as if you're dropping a shadow behind. So you like right click on it. When you right click on that, this thing under blending options.
Okay, wait. I'll right click on it on the layer. Okay. Then under blending options. Okay.
Under blending options. Yeah, so you can do that. Then you can now change the color of the drop shadow. So like maybe that kind of red under or something.
Under blending options, I'll choose what?
You will see drop shadow.
Drop shadow. Okay.
Yeah. Then you can now like give it a color, a different color under that's going to like make it come out. Then you can adjust like the opacity and all of that and how much it's supposed to like come out. Alternatively,
I can't see any color palette here.
Under drop shadow, you've seen the drop shadow.
Yes.
Click on it.
Yes.
You should that place where there's a color that is black beside where the root multiply or something.
Okay, I can see that. Let me see. No.
But you've seen the drop shadow under layer is
Yes, but
under
there's
that box
no.
that has layer style. Take your
Yes.
cursor to the drop shadow, this thing, row. Click on it. After clicking, I know when you click on it, there's a tick on it, but click on it itself to be sure it's highlighted.
Okay.
Have you seen it now?
Yes.
So basically, normally, what you do most times, like there are different ways to do it. You can either like duplicate that layer.
Okay.
When you duplicate the layer below it, you can now give it the drop shadow and bring it out a little, like bring it out a little bit so that it's going to like be at the back. and it's going to be as if the one on top with the white color is resting on that red. Then you can adjust the transparency. So you get,
Calm down, calm down. None of the things you said now, I didn't understand shit.
hey, I'm running too fast, Abby.
Yeah, just calm down, please.
Okay, all right. So basically, let's say you have your text now. For example, let's say I write something like 25. I'm just using a number for example. I write something like 25 now, and then the 25 is kind of is white, and the background is almost white. So first things first, I will duplicate that layer. So after duplicating the layer, you know how to duplicate the layer now. When you duplicate the layer, you click the layer be under it now. You know you have the copy up and the other layer below. So now the one below, you now right click blending options. Okay. So under blending options, you can now like this one now. You can click on color overlay. When you click on color overlay, like you highlight that row itself, then you notice a color box will also pop up, like I told you. Did you see that? So you click on the color box, give it any color you want that you want to be behind your normal text.
Okay.
So you click on OK, right? So now it's beneath it, but it's still not really showing because they are the same size, right? So you hold on the edge. Don't hold from the side. If you touch the side, it's going to like distort your text. Hold from the edge and slightly you can slightly bring it, drag it out, or alternatively, you could just like without dragging, you just using your cursor button, just bring it down a bit without even dragging. Just use your cursor button, the down, to bring it down a bit. You'll notice that it has an outline now of that extra color you selected.
Yeah.
Now those two, group it and put it in a group so that when you're adjusting your distance, you don't make the mistake of shifting one and not shifting the so you're good now, but
is that all you did before you guys went for the break?
Okay, you're like everything you did before we went for the break.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So basically he did that and the text. Then he talked.
Somebody muted us. Joshua, please unmute your mic.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So you saw when he did the App Store stuff and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, after you know that, he let us know that you have to always group your assets.
Yeah, I saw that one too. I just stopped at where that girl asked a question.
The last thing they did was to make sure that everything was grouped and named. After you put in your text, because the text was like just the major last part. So after you put in your text, you have to make sure that you group everything and you name it appropriately. Because he said as you go on, you have a lot of assets in your school bag, and so as not to make mistake or errors, you have to ensure that they are all grouped and named properly. So that was basically that.
So you're saying there are two ways to put a background on a text. Either I put drop shadow or I duplicate and change the color and increase the size of the one behind. Those are the two ways, I mean.
And that, but just keep it on an easier level, straightforward. I think for me most times I use color overlay because from what I learned on the course from Udemy I took earlier, your color overlay makes it kind of easy since it gives the exact shape and color of whatever was there before. You can change the color and adjust it. But also drop shadow also does a good job. Outer glue also does a good job. Outer glue does a good
those
job.
are the two things.
It depends on
which one did Mr. Toby teach before the break? Those two. Okay, your network is breaking.
Oh, sorry. Are you hearing me now? Is it okay?
Yeah,
now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I think it was basically color overlay and the drop shadow kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Then I'm good. Thank you very much.
Welcome. You're welcome. All right.
Please.
Guys, sorry, can everyone hear me? Hello,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
can we hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can we hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, welcome back. Sorry, I had a technical difficulty, so I'm back now. Thank you. So, how's our break?
Some of us are still here.
Okay. So, let me send a message. All right, good. Where is someone is saying there's rain? Is it raining in Nigeria somewhere?
It's raining in
No.
Abuja. Seriously.
Serious rain here in
Are you
Abuja
serious?
is affecting my network. Oh.
It's raining in Abuja. You should hold the rain. No, you should not come here. Oh. Just hold on to your rain and keep it, please. Don't bring it back. Please
I think
keep your
rain,
rain. Please
rain
just
started
hold
late
on.
here.
Eh?
Rain started very late this year in Abuja. So that's why we are still experiencing rain now.
Wow, that's strange. Okay, so how many of us were able to go through that drop shadow stuff? Any questions? Any interesting things you noticed? Any interesting things you noticed?
Hello,
Please.
sir. Hello, sir.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, I was able to get like to understand that there were different kind of effects, like on the shadow. Like you could actually see shadow lining the text. Then you could actually. Hello, sir.
Shadow being.
What?
I was saying that you could actually see
Shadow
it.
I can't hear you properly. Hello, sir. Your words are
Hello,
like
Mr.
coming half in
Hello,
half.
Sir Toby.
Yes.
Hello, Sir Toby. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
I
can hear
notice
you.
my background is following my image.
I'm lost. I'm very, very lost. Your background is
Hello,
following your
Mr.
image.
Toby.
Yes, please.
Okay, concerning the shadow, I said one thing I actually noticed was like there are different effects. Like there's a different way in which this shadow can actually appear. I think
Okay.
there was this stuff I saw that the shadow can actually come in like a secondary. Should I permit me to use that word? Like a secondary kind of text, like on top of the main text. Then,
The
however,
secondary
like,
text under it. Do you mean like
no,
this? Something like this? Can you see my screen, please?
for now, I think it's still loading up. I've not seen. I can't see your screen, sir.
Okay, it's still loading.
Mr. Toby, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Mr. Toby.
I can
Hello,
hear
sir.
you, sir.
Mr. Toby.
I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
I noticed my image in the background follows my image. What will I do?
I don't understand that sentence, sir. Your image is following your background. I promise you, I really don't understand.
Yeah, as in the background of the image I downloaded. When I put it in Photoshop, I notice the background still shows, apart from the original background, please.
Background of the image still shows. That means the phone.
Sir?
Do you mean your phone? The phone?
Yes, I mean the phone.
And that means the phone that you downloaded, it is not a PNG, right? And that's why we grouped the phone together. If you group the phone together, you shouldn't have that problem. And if it is that your phone, if that your phone has its own background, then that means it is not a PNG phone you downloaded. I don't know if I'm communicating stuff.
Yes.
Yes, so you might download another.
Okay, hello, Mr. Toby.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, and what I was actually referring to about was what's it called? The contour side in the layer style.
Yes.
So I think when I changed it, it has different effects, unlike the regular one.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I don't know if you've if you've seen it.
Okay. You know what? I can't really piece out what you're saying because you're not describing it properly, yes? But here's the thing. Basically, what this shadow is trying to tell us is that there are different ways your shadow can come. It might be big in size. I don't know if you can see my screen, please. Can you see my screen?
No, sir.
No, sir, we cannot see your screen.
I
Not
can't see
yet,
your
I
screen,
can't.
sir.
It's really giving me a problem. I really don't know what happens to it. I don't know why it keeps behaving like this. Why it keeps behaving.
Hello.
Yes, can you see my screen, please? Can you see my screen, please?
I can't see your screen, sir.
It's loading. It's loading.
Okay, it's telling you it's loading. It's not as if it's
Exactly. Yeah.
serious. Okay, give me a moment, please. Give me a moment, please. Just give me a moment. Technical issue is really, really a problem. I don't know what happens to Microsoft Teams after using it for like 2 hours.
Hello. Is anyone in the house?
Yeah, I think Mr. Toby is adjusting his internet or something.
Yeah, from this side is not.
Okay, because the room was so quiet.
Yeah, I've resigned. My network too is bad, so let's just wait for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, please, can you all hear me, please?
Yes, you can.
I can hear you.
Okay, and please
Can hear
tell
you
me
now.
my screen, please.
Your screen is loading.
Screen showing now.
Bueno.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is the screen showing now for anyone?
No, sir.
It's coming up. It's loading.
It's loading. It's loading. It's coming up.
The thing is loading. Which one is coming up?
Screen now. Is the screen showing now, please? Hello, everyone. Please, will I be able to see my now?
The screen is not showing. No.
Wow. While I keep, please mute yourself. While I
Okay.
keep
Yeah,
mute.
finally.
Your screen is showing
The
now.
screen is showing now. The screen
Your
is
screen
showing.
is showing now.
Oh, praise the Lord. Okay.
Hallelujah.
So can we all see the shadow now? Can you see the shadow, please? Can you see the shadow?
Yes.
Now, I will advise us. Can you see that there are two categories in it? There's structure and there's quality. Can you see? There is category and there's a quality category. Can you see? Sorry,
Yeah, come inside.
everybody. Can we all see that in the drop shadow section, there is a structure side and there's a quality side? Class reps, can you see it, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you see this quality side? I hardly ever touch it because there's really nothing I'm looking for there. I hardly ever touch it. There's really no business. I have no business there. All I have business doing is the structure of the shadow, right? So if you look at the parameters of my shadow, I made them small so that it looks like there's a text. Because if you drag the distance of my shadow now, can you see that it looks like I wrote it twice? Can you see it? Can you see that it looks like I wrote my text twice? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can see.
So what that means is that I made it a very small shadow so that it looks like a twin of, so that will be the text show. In some other instances, you can increase the shadow to be very big in size, but I made the size of the shadow very small so that will be the text to show. So if you look at the assignment, please can you look at the assignment I gave you? Can you see that their own shadow too was small? Hello, please. Can we all reference the picture I gave us to do? Can we see that the shadow was small?
Yes, sir.
Good. So if you notice that I tried to replicate, if you notice that that's what I tried to replicate by making the size of the shadow also small. Can you see that? The size of my shadow is 18. So configure the size of the shadow to a point whereby the text is obvious. Now, can you see that even though I use the white text on a light background, it's still showing because there's a dark element involved, which is the shadow. That makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Which is what they did in this design by adding effect of shadow. Right? Has everybody done their own shadow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we'll go on the text, click on it in the school back section and group it the same way you did logo. Click on the text and group it the same way you did logo. Click on the text and group it the same way you did logo and name it headline.
All right, sorry to interrupt you, sir. I'd like to inform the entire group that the closing registration has been dropped, so you can go and sign out your attendance for today. Thank you very much.
So I say we should click on the text and do what?
Like, the same way you group the logo alone, group the headline alone, click on the text and control C it.
Okay.
What is nice?
Okay, we've done that. You say group 2.
Group the text, the headline alone.
So when you group, is the text not meant to enter inside the group?
Sorry, please let me just.
I'm supposed to show a group now. See my own. Look at my text. Just look at the back section. I click on the
Sorry,
text
please.
alone and I press G. Can you
Let
see
me
that?
Let me talk about the attendance, please. The attendance, I think.
Right.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, Motun, go ahead, please.
Yeah, everyone, please, attendance has been posted, taken down by 12. So please make sure you fill the attendance.
Sorry, the attendance is
Can't see it in the
requesting
chat box.
access.
Can't see it at all.
All right.
There is no chat box for the attendance.
The attendance is not opening at all. It's not opening at
Yeah,
all.
it's requesting for access.
Sorry, that is not a Google form. It's a spreadsheet. I think that's a wrong document sent in. It's the wrong link.
The attendance is not on the chat box, please.
It's not even on the
First
chat
time
box.
I've
Some
not
of us
seen this
can.
chat box. Since beginning
That's
of
not
this
even that.
class, this
That's a
training,
spreadsheet.
from the very first week, this is the first time I'm not seeing this attendance on chat box. I don't know what's wrong, please.
So you can't see it on the chat box. Even the one on the chat box is wrong. So
It's there now.
Mine
You
don't
can.
have a chat box.
It's there now.
Please, my own don't have a chat box. I don't know what to do. Please help.
It's not there. It's not there.
Sorry, the attendance is there. The Google spreadsheet is not for you to access, but the attendance is below the Google spreadsheet. So please be
post it
sure
on-
what you are clicking and sorry.
We can't see it on the chat box at all. It's not in the chat.
I heard some people said they've seen it. So message your class rep so that they can send it to you on Telegram if you can't access it.
Can you please just post it one more time? Probably we'll be able to see it.
What did you say? Sorry, what did you say?
Could you post it on the chat
Hello?
box one more time?
One more time.
Yes, since
Okay,
those
I'll
can't
try.
see it. Because the
I'll
traffic
try and
with
do
class
that.
reps is much.
But I believe you people have 4 class reps or 3 class reps.
We have 4 class reps. 4.
Yeah, so they should be able to access the chat.
Well, if the class reps didn't see it at
I'll
all.
just send. I'll send it again. I'll send it again for
All right, thank
your
you.
sake. I'll send it again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Please just send a private message on Telegram and you will get the chat. You will get the link. Thank you.
Okay, you can as well send me a message on Telegram, Buma, you get it also.
I don't even understand why this thing is difficult like this. People who are even seeing it on chat box, they can copy it and paste it again. I am not seeing it, and don't worry anyway.
Message the class rep. Message the class reps.
Hello.
Please, my chat box is not showing at all. I don't know what to do.
Message your class rep. Message your class rep. That would be better, please.
Like I said earlier, if you can access chat box, please message your class. Hello?
Yes, please. Can I continue?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
If it's okay, you can continue. Thank you.
Has everybody written their headline now? Has everyone written their headline now?
So how do you name the group, please? I'm trying to right click. It's not working.
You are trying to what?
I've grouped it, but to name the group is a problem.
Just click on the name of the group twice. You know the group one. Can you see the group whatever?
Okay,
Double click
okay,
on that name itself twice.
okay, okay, I've
Then
done that.
also everybody to collapse and like to check what is inside the group. There's a small arrow there. Can you see the small arrow? Once you click on it, it will show you whatever is inside. Can we all try that? There's a small arrow beside the folder. It will show you whatever is inside your group. I will try that before we then go to the last part of this design and call it a day. Before we go to the last part of this design and call it a day,
Come on, man.
can we all see the content of our groups with the arrow, small arrow beside the folder? Is it showing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Side
Good.
the
Huh? No. If you want to ask a question, you need to like say it. You don't say hello, sir, and lock up. I would then think you have a question, whereas I don't know if you have a question because you don't say anything. Eh? Please. I continue now.
sir. So once you
Just
create,
say sir.
once
Say what you want to say.
okay, sir. So once you create the group and name it, every other thing will fall under the group, right?
Every other thing will fall under what?
What you highlighted will fall under the group.
Yes, everything that you have highlighted will enter that group because you are making them one family.
Okay, sir, but mine didn't enter inside the box.
He's still showing. He said click on the arrow beside the folder to collapse and click the arrow. Alright, so can I continue, please? Mr. Ridwan, please can you put off your video, please? Mr. Ridwan, thank you. Okay, can I continue, please?
Yes, sir. Continue, sir.
Go ahead.
So I hope you are all at the same page. I will assume that as a yes. Class rep, you are not answering anymore. So the last part is the hand that is holding the ATM. The last part is the hand that is holding the ATM. The last part is the hand that is holding the ATM. So I need only the first hand. I don't need the second and the third hand. I need only the first hand. So the first thing I do is I'm going to rasterize the picture as usual. I always been telling us rasterize the picture. Then I'll use the rectangular marquee tool again. From the bottom, I will draw a rectangle. Hello, to delete the part I don't want. Are we all with me?
I'm with you.
Good. Now, then I will take the hand that I'm left with, only that hand. Then I'll go to properties, window then properties. This is why all of us will understand why I said this remove background is. For those of you that don't have it, you don't have to spend all your time tracing. You can use remove.bg, but it's good to also trace, right? But if you don't have you can either use remove.bg, use this place, or trace it. So I'm going to use remove background to remove the background automatically from my Photoshop. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Are we all together?
Yeah, together.
Okay, good. Can you see that the white has disappeared?
Yes.
Then I'm going to zoom out and increase the size of this. I'm going to increase it. Can you all see that? Like I'm going to say again, it doesn't matter if your design should go out of the what have you. It doesn't matter if your design should go outside of the stuff. it?
Yes,
Is it making sense?
it's making sense.
Good. So, has the design not finished?
Yes, it does. Hello, sir.
Any questions at this point? Yes, please.
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir.
Okay.
Yes, with the design of the card, let's assume now this guy is actually holding this card, and I want this card to change to a First Bank account card, like a First Bank ATM card. So that's one of my take. Like, let's assume this is red, and that's just it, sir.
So you want to change it into a first bank card, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know if I don't know if I have the time to go through it, but let me just so, hello everyone.
Hi, sir.
The first thing we need to do is cover up the card. The truth is that we don't need this card, right? That's what he's trying to say. He wants to change the card into another card. So it means you don't need this particular card, right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to draw a rounded rectangle. You need to draw a rounded rectangle. Can you see that this rectangle in this 18 card is rounded? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
So we need to draw a rounded rectangle to cover up card. First of all, you need to draw a rounded rectangle to cover up that card because you are putting another card inside this rectangle. I don't know if that makes sense. Please,
Yes, sir.
please meet your mic. You are going to use, you are going to, so right now we want to do some Photoshop, right? So we are going to put the card into this rounded rectangle. We are covering up that one because we don't need it, right? So we are going to create a rounded rectangle, which is what I've created, CO, so that people will not ask, what did I do? We are creating a rounded rectangle, put it directly over the card, right? Then we are going to increase the curve a little. How many of us remember how to increase the curve of a rectangle? The number that I told you at the four corner, this number here. How many of us remember it?
I do, sir.
Hello?
Yes, I know.
Okay, good.
I can't remember, sir.
Okay, so I said whenever you draw a rectangle, first of all, a pop-up will come out. A pop-up will come out automatically. Once that pop-up comes out, look at the bottom of the pop-up, like the menu that comes out. You see a place where there are four corners. It is for you to decide how you want the rectangle to have curved edges. Can you see it? I've changed it to 100 now. If I change it to 4, it will reduce. If I increase it to 200, it will increase. Can you see it now? The person that said no.
Yes, I can see it, sir. I can see it.
And you get the menu through Windows, then properties. You get the menu through Windows, then properties, or after you finish drawing your rectangle. Immediately you draw your rectangle, that menu will come out, right? So, first of all, we have first drawn. So the first thing we have done is to draw the place where we are going to put our ATM card inside. Then the second thing we are now going to do is to go and download an ATM card. Right? So I'm going to download ATM card. Are you following me? ATM card.
Sir.
So we are
Yes,
going to
sir.
put the ATM card. Yes, please. With you.
I was only responding to what you were saying, sir.
Okay. So we have drawn a rectangle. We are going to put our card inside it. That's all. So I'm going to show us how to put it inside it. Sorry, where's my browser? Sorry. Right. So this is another color of card. Or if you have a card that you have snapped with your phone, you can just send it to your laptop. I hope that answers that question for those of us asking. So obviously, if you are working for First Bank, they will definitely give you a card.
Hello. Hello. I'm unable to hear you, sir.
His mic is muted. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, someone muted my mic. So I said I downloaded. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Your mic. You are wasting time by your mic being on, please. I downloaded this card and I want to put it inside my rectangle. That's what I want to do. I have to make sure that the ATM card is directly on top of the rectangle. They should not be far away from each other. The ATM card should be on top of the rectangle, if you can see it. So what I will simply do is I will right click on the ATM card, right click on the ATM card, option click on it, right click on it. It will bring out a menu as if you want to rasterize, but we are not rasterizing. Just look directly under rasterize. You will see create clipping mask. Can you see it? Hello, can we all see create clipping mask underneath
Yes, sir.
rasterize layer? Yes. So click on create clipping mask. Right, you will notice that it has entered the rectangle. Then you then resize, Ctrl C the ATM card and resize it to make it smaller. You can see that it is already inside. Resize it properly. Create clipping mask, then Ctrl T. Create clipping mask, then Ctrl T so that you can make it smaller, resize it. Does that help, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you. But however, I think I still have a little issue with this picture, sir. Hello, sir.
I'm with you.
Okay. If I actually zoom in properly, I am. It's actually looking as though the card, the base of the card, which is actually on the thumb, is actually placed on the thumb and not inside the thumb like the previous one.
Yes, I understand. Like I said, not taught you how to manipulate Photoshop because we need to add a shadow. We need to add a form of shadow behind.
Oh,
See
okay,
that
sir.
the shadow. I've not taught you that. I've only taught you how to first add another card. First. That's it in there, sir. You understand?
Sir, please, I have a question.
Hello, sir.
To create
Yes.
clipping marks and Ctrl T, can you also do that to fix any picture into a frame?
Any picture at all. So far as you want
So
a
that's
picture to enter in, so far as you want a picture to enter in, you just create clipping mask. It will enter
okay.
what is underneath.
Okay, for example, the phone that we use at the beginning, if we wanted the screenshot to enter into the phone, we would have done that too.
Yes, can do that.
Okay. Then the last one, the hand that you brought in. If you want to remove the background without tracing it, is it only with Photoshop 2020 that can do that?
2019. That's what we recommended for this class. From 2019.
Okay, but mine, anytime I put a picture inside and I want to do that, it doesn't work.
Because you have not rasterized the image map.
Okay, sir, let me try to rasterize this image now.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you show us the create clipping marks again? Sorry, I didn't really get grasp of it.
Yes, I said put the ATM card into your design. First of all, create your rectangle, your rounded rectangle. Put your then put your ATM card. Put your ATM card on top of the rectangle in the school bag section. Make sure they are on top of each other. You know how to move to. Then once you right click on the image, look at the menu, click create mark. Just look
Okay.
at the menu that you have. Same menu rasterize the same way we are going to click on create preview mask. That's all, sir. Then
Okay.
once you have created the mask, you want to keep inside the ATM card.
So I've inserted another image now and I've rasterized it. What next would I do, please?
I don't know what you want to do.
To remove the
Ma,
background from the picture without tracing it.
I said go to window and go to properties. Go to window, then go to
Windows,
property.
properties.
While you
Good
have
day, sir.
clicked on the picture, we see
Excuse
remove
me, sir.
background.
Sir?
Just look at my screen. You should see this. Look at my screen. After you click properties, you should see this. Then click on remove background here.
That's what I'm
frame.
saying. Mine is not showing.
Like I said, sometimes it also depends on your system. I don't know why your system is not showing, but it is supposed to show. For some other people, 2019 it is showing.
Sir, I think you
So,
need to upgrade to 2020.
well, for some people,
I think you need to
2019
upgrade to 2020.
Hello, sir. Can I ask a question?
So, like I
Because
said,
I remember you did this thing the last time. Instead of me going to Windows, I just click on the picture and I click on properties direct, and then still it doesn't come out. I think that's another way of doing it, but still it's not coming out.
I understand. Like I said, I can't say for certain why it is not showing on your laptop. And I told us that that's the reason why I have problem with Windows laptops. Because on an HP, it might work. On a Dell laptop, it might not work. Inconsistency is the issue with Windows, right? So if that is the case for you, you can either.
I'm not using a Windows, sir.
What are you using, ma?
MacBook.
Oh, okay. Then if you use a MacBook, you click. Are you sure you clicked on the picture, ma? The picture
Yes,
is
sir.
selected in your, and you went to
Yes,
window
sir.
and you went to properties.
Yes, sir. I've selected the picture. I've gone to Windows.
And
I've gone to properties.
can you try and scroll down? Can you try and scroll down? Is your properties looking like this? Can you see all these other parts? Can you see transform? Can you see align and distribute?
Let me see.
Can you see transform? Can you see align and distribute?
I'm selecting the picture again and going to Windows, then properties. After properties is style, swatches, time, two presets.
Huh?
After properties, when I clicked on Windows, I should click on properties, right?
Yes, ma.
I've clicked on properties. The only thing showing is pixel layer properties. That's the only thing showing. Width and height,
No,
X and Y.
I understand now.
It's
Scroll
not
down, look
showing
down. It's not showing what I have here.
No, there's even nothing for me to scroll down. You know, yours have a line that you can scroll down. There's nothing showing there for me to scroll down.
It's
So
not showing like. It's the one showing like.
no, the only thing it's showing is pixel layer. Under properties is pixel layer properties. Then width and height. Then X and Y. That's the only thing showing.
That's very, very strange. It's not supposed to show that.
Hello, Mr. Toby.
Maybe you can try. Yes.
Mr. Toby, I think the reason why she's having that issue, I think I had similar issues. And what I did was to upgrade to uninstall the 2019 and install the 2020. At least in the 2020, I could actually do that easily. Like it has those features on it, sir.
Okay,
Hello, please
I'll
come
do
again.
that.
Please.
You said
I
I should
actually said
install the 2020 Photoshop.
hello, sir. You can actually go on, sir, please.
No, that's it. That's the end of the design. There's really nothing else.
Sir, I have a question.
We were talking about the fact that the card is actually seated on top of the hand, and you were talking about creating a shadow effect. So I was actually still waiting for that because I still have another question.
Sir,
I was actually
have a question?
talking about that the card you created is actually sitting on the thumb, like it's not in between like the previous card.
I understand.
And you were talking about okay.
And I said we've not gotten to the part where I'll teach you how to paint a shadow onto an image, right? See, most of these things, I'll start from the simple. I teach you the complex right now because it complicates matters. I mean, we're still trying to learn how to remove background effect. Sure, you understand. Just make sure you know how to replace the card first. That's what I'm trying to make sure everybody understands.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay, sir, with these steps that you gave us as to the clipping marks and everything, will it work when you're bringing a hand different and then your card differently? Because in this place, you brought a hand together with a card, an ATM card. With this step,
So what clipping mask does is that you are putting something inside something. That's what it means. So if
what
I
about
clipping
using a
mask,
different hand?
it will still work. It doesn't matter. So far as they're on top of each other and you press clipping mask, it will work.
Okay.
Any other questions relating to the design, the assignment you're supposed to do? Best.
Hello, Mr. Toby.
Yes.
Yes, I have one question. It's regarding to the assignment you gave us, but not this particular design. The one of the guy pointing to the phone, that's yes.
Okay,
that's
yes. Aha. So yeah, I'm sure you're talking about the gradient, Abby.
Yes, the gradient, exactly, sir.
So for the gradient, if you want to add gradient to a particular text, just go to the same place where you did drop shadow, FX. You will see gradient overlay there. You will see gradient overlay there. Explore that option. So just that's part of your work. Just check it. FX, then gradient overlay. Don't worry, next class is gradient overlay. That's the class for next class. That is why I gave us that assignment so that everybody can encounter the problem and the need for it. So just go through that place. Then next class, we are going through gradient overlay. That's the main topic of next week's class.
Hello,
sir. Hello.
Any other questions, please?
Yeah, I was thinking you're going to show us where we're going to get fonts for Photoshop because you made mention it in our last class. Where we can get fonts for Photoshop.
Don't worry. Like I said, everything is class by class. We can't learn everything in a day. If we learn everything in a day, then there's no reason why the thing should be 8 weeks, if you get me. So we're getting there.
Please, what is to highlight and group the wrong layer under?
We can't hear you. I cannot hear you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
No, sir.
Can you hear me?
If you know you are using earpiece, we might not be able to hear you properly because some earpieces are not so.
I'm not using earpiece.
We can hear you now.
Okay. What if we mistakenly highlight and group the wrong layer under the under another group? Like we mistakenly group a layer under the wrong group. How can we fix that, sir?
Just press Ctrl Z now to go back and group properly.
Right, sir.
Sir, I'm sorry, I've not really understood this group thing because I grouped something and the things that I grouped are not inside one folder.
You said not in a folder. Where do you
For
think they are?
example, For example, if I want to group the phone, the hand, and the logo now.
Okay, let me show you my own. Can you look at my school bag section?
Yes, sir.
I want to group the hand. I want to group the hand, the rectangle, and the ATM card that I downloaded. So what do? I select the hand first. Can you see it? Then I hold on to shift. Then I select the rectangle. Then I hold on to shift and click on the ATM card. Then what do? I press Control G. Can you see what just happened?
I want to be doing it as you are doing it, sir. Sorry.
If you see what I did, you won't be able to remember what I did. So you're supposed to watch it
sir.
first, then do it.
Okay.
It work.
After selecting them, then Control G.
Yes. My own came in a group. Then if I open the group with the small arrow in front of it, you see what is inside. Thank you, everyone.
The arrow is the arrow facing down, right?
Yes, it's currently facing down. So you then press it.
I can see
See,
it
it
now.
might be like this. And when you press it, you will see that it's collapsing.
I can see it now. Then you double click and rename.
Yes, thank you very much. So
thank you so much,
hello,
sir.
Hello, Mr. Toby.
Yes.
Hello, sir. I wanted to ask, no assignment for today.
That's what
what is this?
Oh, sir, I want assignment.
No, we should concentrate more on getting the directions right. It's not just about doing assignments.
Sir, I want
Like,
assignment.
to be very honest, I didn't get anything because my network was very bad all through the class. So I'm going to watch it. So if you give us assignments, God no go shame us out.
No, it's not about when what he has just taught us. Everybody should go back and then redo it, make corrections, then come back and put
Anyways, I'm going to wait for when they upload. I'm going to wait for when they upload the video.
I think I've crossed all this place. I have crossed all here.
Hold on, sir. If you know what I did in class now is not your assignment, doesn't mean you cannot still do my assignment. If you get me, not everybody has the same issue with you network. You need to understand that. So even if you are not able to watch the class, I was just treating our last assignment. So meaning you are supposed to have done it. But doesn't mean it affects this assignment. All you need to do is make sure you do my assignment. Finish. I'll send it as usual to our Telegram. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm waiting for the assignment, sir. Thanks.
Oh.
Nobody's saying assignment here now.
Who is this guy, sir?
On our way, they use assignments. On our way, they use assignments too. Any small thing, I shouting assignment. Like, I do anything for this class. I just say my network bad. I didn't go inside bus since morning. Just enter office. I'm not serious. That person will talk assignment. I go take it pass on that rubbish.
Assignment
Auntie
up and down.
Motu, please, I hope you are hearing. We need the video. I beg. Today's class, I did not do anything. Oh, Jesus, why will I do this thing?
Augustine Shuku.
Assignment.
We that we will manipulate, we still manipulate. Bring the assignment on.
Now inside bus, I do class to
don't
inside
worry.
traffic.
Leave Augustine for
Nothing.
me. Let me just catch him on the road.
Augustine, no, just want to
Damilola, leave me alone. Damilola, leave me alone. I'm in Port Harcourt. Come to Port Harcourt and come and look for me.
Okay. I get
I'll be
guys.
fine.
Assignment.
Just get me with one guy.
Assignment.
I want Fanta. I will support you.
No wahala. On a good night too. Bye bye.
I'm not no plan to catch this Augustine guy.
I didn't even think of my life right now. Today's class is the very first class I did not hear anything. I did inside bus since. I just dey sleep. Traffic.
I do.
We go talk later.
Hello, my dear.
Ìgbà ó ṣe jàre.
Kasha Madukwe.
Abi o, make I go group. Abeg, make dem upload today's video, abeg.